So it's very hard to believe that we are drilling holes in a new Denali pickup. We need comms. Morning! So in today's video, we are doing some radio installs. So if you're new to the channel, my father and I just purchased a couple new pickup trucks. He got a new Chevrolet and I got a new GMC, but anyways, neither truck came with a Midland Micromobile. That's what we run in all of our farm equipment, so that's what we're adding to these. Now these are the MXT500s. So they are the 50 watters. Dad just got his installed. I still have to install one in my truck. And then we're going to do some range testing. At least that's our plan.
What?
Is this dog grooming with Pappy?
Yeah.
Is that a wire brush? He must have a lot of hair because he doesn't care. Kayla, you're next. Alright, so that needs to go in here. So far we have found a way through the firewall with the hot wire. I'm going to mount the radio right here is the plan. With the help of some YouTube viewers, I found out there is a hole right there to run accessory wires through. That's where we're going through the firewall. And there's a hole under the passenger floor mat to get outside for the antenna. I don't know if we're going to do that. We might just come up through the door and out for now. I don't know yet.
Pull out just a little bit. A little bit more. Try to push it a little bit. Whoa. Push a little bit more.
Okay, so we got our wire pulled in. Not the funnest task, but we got her. A few working words involved there. Now we are routing the wires up here, going right to the battery.
What are you doing?
I was told to film you.
Okay.
Where is it? It won't focus.
They have a great way of getting this antenna where I want it. So right now, it's going through the rear window. Supposedly there is a way through the floorboard. We'll address that later. For now, this is how it's going to be. Let's be honest, this is probably how it'll be when I trade the truck off.
Be able to get it in. No, don't hit your foot.
See, right about there.
Why do you need two drills?
One's in the, just the light at me.
Oh.
This would be a lot easier with an impact, but the impact's not here. So we're using a screwdriver. Whew. It is hot. It is very hot. Amy, do you think it's hot?
Very.
Now we are just using the small antenna that comes with the radio. I have the more powerful 6 dB antenna that we will be using for the range test, but I want to test this radio right now. I want a close range test, basically just to the office, and you need to have an antenna on when you do that. So for now, that one's going to work. Is it recording? Action?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the first time we fired this radio up. I'm going to turn it to the channel we run. We should be good to go, but no one else has their radios on. So we have everything done and ready. The kit comes with a mic holder. I don't know that I'll use it. I really don't want to drill into the dash anywhere or have this just stick in there. There's plenty of places I could put it, but what'll probably happen, I'll probably just leave my mic down here out of the way when I'm not using it. Shut it off. Cut. Dad, you got a copy over?
I got you. Hear me?
10-4, 10-4. So we are just a few feet apart. There's Dad in the backup camera. But at least we know that the radio works. So we still have to do a range test. I don't know if we'll do that today. We might do that tomorrow because I predict I'm gonna have to drive a pretty good piece from here. I want Dad and his pickup to just be staged on a road, and I want to just take off driving. We want to do this on a road where we have it's fairly flat. I want to try this in a fairly flat terrain. That way there's no terrain features interfering with it. It should be a good test that way. We could do it here, like Dad could sit here in the driveway, but there's enough little baby mountains around here that it might interfere with our range test. All right, so this is the next day. I'm gonna put some 6 dB antennas on these trucks. These are the most powerful antennas Midland makes, and we're gonna get us a range test. So the last time I did one of these range tests, it was a 115, 15 watt radio. We tried all the antennas. We could do that again. I don't really want to. I just want to get what the max range on this is. We're going to the same test strip that I did that previous test on. That was 4 years ago. I will link that video here if you want to see what an MX115 or an MX275, those are both 15 watters, will do. It's a pretty good range test video there. Dad is getting ready to go sit at the driveway of one of the farms. I'm gonna go snag another big antenna, and then we're gonna start heading north, see how far we get. Don't tell my brother, but we're just gonna steal his antenna off his old truck. He got a new truck as well, and yeah, he don't really use that one anymore, so I'm taking it. So we're gonna reset our trip meter here, just to give us a little bit of a mileage reference. Now this won't be exact. Once we get done with this test, I will look on a map and actually see as the crow flies how far we are in a straight line. This should be fairly close. We're not really, there's not a lot of turns in this road, but it will vary a little bit. So one other thing that we will do, every 5 miles we will do a transmission. I don't think it's going to really even matter for the first 3 or 4 transmissions. After that we might start doing them a little bit closer. Eventually we'll probably go like every mile or every half mile as we start getting, you know, further and further away. Now, the 115s, we were able to get 25 miles out of those. Now, that 25 miles, we weren't carrying on a conversation. That was the absolute max range. You could maybe get a simple yes or no or over and out. Like, you weren't going to have a conversation that far away, but they did work 25 miles away. So that's what we're going to push this radio to. We're going to get to where we can't hear each other anymore. That's the goal.
Hey, Brian. Drop it, Brian.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just about to Chillicothe. I'm 5 miles away.
That was good. Okay.
Well, we're doing a range test on the radios, the new Midlands. Brian got, I don't know what number it is, he knows, he'll tell you. We went 5 mile, he's going toward Columbus. I'm sitting over at the grain bins. And he's heading toward Columbus up 23, I believe. 5 miles good. He just poured 10 miles. Now he's going 15 miles. So it's good then. So see, that's like 15 miles.
So while we're cruising to the next 5 mile mark, I'm going to enjoy me a hot and spicy WagBar. So WagBars are American Wagyu beef bars. If you guys are interested in those, I do have a discount code in the description for a 10% discount. If you like beef jerky or beef sticks, these are supreme. Awesome. American Wagyu beef. It makes a pretty tasty snack. Now if I just had a coffee pot in here. So we are now 15 miles. Hey Dad, you got a copy?
Dad, do you have a copy?
There he is. Yeah, bro, got a copy. Sounds good.
A copy. Sounds good.
Can you hear me now? Hey Dad, you got a copy? So we are going down a hill right now. And when we were going up the hill and at the top of the hill, I could hear him fine. Now that we're at the bottom of the hill, or going on the other side of it, cutting out a little bit. I'm sure once we get on up the road a little ways, that'll be not the case, but there's a slight grade right here. I wish we had lived in a place where we were just completely flat, but we don't. We have hills all around us. I am going right up the Scioto River Valley, basically. That's one of the flattest areas, and we are progressively getting flatter as we go north, but Dad's staying at one of the farms, so it's fairly flat, but I think that hill might have been messing with us a little bit here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I got you now. I was going down a hill and I couldn't hear you anymore.
He's up that way, about due north there. There's a few hills up there, but I don't know. He might be in, I don't know, line of sight, straight through there or not. I don't know. It might be behind that one hill up there. That's Mount Logan. It's where the Great Seal's made in Ohio. State seal.
Yeah, we're right at 20 miles now. Just a little bit south of Circleville.
A copy?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Very good down here.
Yep, I'm just going by the toilet paper plant. 22 miles away, 23 miles away.
Okay, 23 miles. Okay. These radios are nice in the tractors, the combine, especially the combine. Harvest time, got one in the grain cart.
So one thing I should mention, we are not employees of Midland. We are not paid by Midland. We did not pay for these radios though. They did send me these radios to test.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, I hear you. So just thought I would throw that out there and completely level with everybody. I know someone's going to say, well, you're just paid and yada, yada, yada. That is not the case. With that, I will give you a couple things you need to remember with a Midland GMRS radio. One thing, you do have to have a license to operate one of these. The license is very easy to obtain. It's all done online. Midland has an excellent guide on how to get one. Check out that guide. Check out what you have to do to get your license. Stay legal, Eagle. Hey, Dad, you got a copy. I'm 25 miles out. Breaking up just a little bit on that one. Definitely getting some interference from something. Now, granted, we are driving down the road. We're passing semis with CBs, all sorts of interference probably, but this is a real world test. Now, I believe in a perfect world, they rate this radio at 50 miles. I don't think we will get 50 miles. I really don't know how much further than 25 we're gonna get. Like I said, we got 25 with the 15 watt radio, but how much of that is antenna, how much of that is radio? We're using the same antennas. So at 25 miles, we're in a low spot. We're getting ready to go on an overpass. I'm guessing when we go on that overpass, we'll be able to make contact. But right now in this little depression here, going through Circleville, it appears that we are not connecting. Dad, do you have a copy? Dad, do you have a copy? Now, eventually I will give him a phone call just to make sure that his radio is working and everything. But we're going to get up on this overpass here first. Now, in case you guys are wondering what kind of high-tech camera gear we've got mounting this camera to my dash, I have a sweatshirt on top of the dash, and it's holding the camera just fine. Got to improvise. Hey, Dad, do you have a copy? Dad, do you have a copy? Hey, Dad, do you have a copy? All right, so he just made contact. Now, we are 27 miles away. That doesn't sound like it's going to go well for us hitting like 35 miles. Because that was very weak transmission there. We're getting ready to go on another overpass. See what happens. Now we do have a lot of overhead power lines. I don't know how much those interfere with you. We're going by a substation at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you hear me at all?
I can hear you, but you can't hear, I guess.
Can you hear me at all? I'm talking on the radio right now to you.
No, I don't hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Where you at?
Hill implement.
Okay.
Getting ready to go on their overpass right now. I'll see if I can hear you then.
Okay. Okay, talk to me.
Well, I just heard you right there.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
You
not.
talk.
Can you hear me any better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you there. Yeah.
See if you can transmit to me, because I ain't heard you.
Yeah, you got a copy? You got a copy, Brian? You got a copy?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I'm going up the overpass now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I heard you there. So on top of this overpass, I can hear you.
Yeah, well,
Can you
go
still
higher.
hear me?
Go higher.
Can
I
you,
don't hear you now.
can you hear me
Yeah.
now? Can you hear me now? Can you
Yeah, I
hear me
hear you. Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
now? Okay. Yeah, that's 30 miles. So definitely capable of 30 miles. When we're in line of sight, basically when I'm up higher, I can hear him perfectly fine. There's just too much terrain difference on this route that we took. Hey, Dad, you have a copy? Yeah, there's 32 miles. 32 miles we just made contact. That kind of surprised me. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Now again, we're kind of getting to the point where we're not really going to carry on a conversation this far away, but we can make contact. And that's really what we're trying to do. We're just trying to see what the max is.
He was about 30 miles farther. So that big hill right up there, if I get above it on the side of town, I could probably talk to him all the way up through there, almost Columbus probably. But it's just a line of sight makes a big difference, how flat it is.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, I heard you, but you didn't hear me.
No, I couldn't. I heard you a couple times there at the end, but they weren't real. Like, I could hear you kinda.
Yeah. Anything now? You hear anything?
Not right now. I'm going across Little Walnut Creek, so it's a little bit of a dip. I'm talking on the radio now. Can you hear me at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
There's a rise up here by the patrol post. I'll see if I can get you there. Right, going into South Bloomfield.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I suppose you're going to Dairy Queen.
Well, I'll think about it
you're
while I'm doing it.
That's nice. You're going to get a blizzard around here. Yeah. Think about it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going by the patrol post now. Can you hear me on the radio at all?
No. Don't hear that.
Okay, can you hear me now at all?
Nope. Don't hear nothing. How about me? Hear me? Hear anything?
No. No. Hold on a second. Can you hear me now? This is the highest point. I'm at the top of the little rise here.
No.
Nothing?
No.
Still nothing? Still nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, I heard you too. That's 35 miles.
Right top of that green. That makes a difference. A little bit dry.
Yeah, I'd say if we get someplace flat, we'd hit 40 miles.
Oh, I'd say 50 miles, probably more. Yeah,
because you're coming in pretty clear whenever we're up.
Yeah. Now you can't hear nothing.
No, I can't hear anything now.
Yep. That's pretty good.
All right, I'm going to turn around up here at South Bloomfield.
Okay.
All right, bye.
The elevation makes a big difference. So it's line of sight. So them radios get good ways, a lot farther than they used to, the other ones we had. So.
Yeah, we won't go to Dairy Queen, but there is a Tim Hortons right up here. So here's a map showing the bird's eye view of the basically the pathway we took. I did not realize that we were kind of in behind the green area on the bottom of the map. That is Great Seal Park. There's a couple 1,000-foot baby mountains there. Probably wasn't helping our case any. But hey, we still got close to 30 miles. All right, guys, this is a couple days later. I'm going to a different place. I want to test this thing on some flatter terrain. So basically, I'm going west of Chillicothe a ways up 35. We're going to start at Frankfort, Ohio, and we are going to see what it does. Dad's going to stay in Frankfort. I'm going to go west on 35. We'll see how far we get. This is probably about as good of a test as I'm going to be able to do in my area without, traveling a few hours just to find flatter terrain. So Dad is going to stay at this exit here. It's basically either going to sit on the exit or go over to this little store right down the road. And we're going to continue west, fairly straight that direction, and we should get a pretty good test this way. So we're at 20 miles. Dad, do you have a copy? Dad, do you have a copy? I knew based on the previous range test that we would be good for the first 20 plus miles. So first test was at 20. Hey Dad, do you have a copy? Do you have a copy? Dad, do you have a copy? Huh. I kind of hear you, but I can't make out what you're saying. Still can't make out what you're saying. So we are just shy of 30 miles on this one. I'll call here on the phone. See if he can hear me any at all. His antenna is newer. Shouldn't matter. They're both the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you hear me?
I could hear you.
Okay, you're just coming.
I can understand you.
You
I
could
can understand you.
No,
you can't hear me.
I just hear static when you talk.
Yeah. How far are you at?
I'm at 30. I'm talking to you now on the radio. Can you hear me at all?
Nothing. No, it don't even light up.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll turn around. This didn't go any further than the previous one. This one didn't go as far.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm only gonna give me something to eat. Sandwich.
Okay. Well, there you go. We tested this in 2 different areas, and we got That one was 29.5 and the previous one was 32.5. So there is some slight rises in this ground. This isn't completely level. By far the best performance would be ridge top to ridge top if you could find two ridges 50 miles away with nothing in between. But 30 miles is pretty darn good for a radio. Moving forward, I would prefer to use the MXT500s instead of the other radios we've used, or the 575s. Really like that radio. It looks like it's the same head unit, just all the controls are here in the mic, like an MXT275. But thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, do us a favor, check out the WagBar link in the description if you're interested. Help us pay for some diesel fuel here on this range test. And yeah, I'll put a link to Midland's website. I don't have an affiliate link for anybody, but I do know they are having a sale, and they will be at Farm Progress Show, as will I. So if you're at the Farm Progress Show, be looking out for us. We will also be at the Maggie Custom Applicator Show, Maggie, Illinois. That is, I believe, August 24th. I will be at the Oxbow booth. So come see us there. But until then, we'll see you in the next YouTube video.